Have you ever felt lost, not because life is confusing, but because you can't hear yourself anymore? What if the voice guiding your decisions isn't even yours? Watch this video until the end, because today, you may finally reconnect with the inner voice that's been trying to reach you your entire life. Part 1. The voice you lost without realizing. Some people move through life with clarity. They know what they want, what they feel, and what feels right or wrong for them. But many others feel disconnected from themselves. They struggle to make decisions, constantly doubt themselves, and follow paths that look right on the outside but feel wrong on the inside. This doesn't mean your inner voice doesn't exist. It means you stopped hearing it. As a child, you were deeply connected to your inner truth. You naturally expressed joy, fear, excitement, and discomfort. You didn't question your feelings, you trusted them. But as you grew older, the outside world got louder. You were taught to behave, to be realistic, to not be too emotional, and to follow what others believed was best for you. Slowly, you learned to silence your own inner signals and replace them with expectations from parents, teachers, and society. Your inner voice didn't disappear. It just became buried under years of conditioning. Part 2. Your inner voice speaks through feelings, not just words. Many people expect the inner voice to sound like a clear sentence in the mind. But most of the time, it doesn't speak in words, it speaks in sensations and emotions. It shows up as tightness in your chest when something feels wrong, as anxiety in your stomach before a decision, as sudden sadness, irritation, or excitement that seems to come from nowhere. These are not random feelings. They are messages from within. You may have been told to ignore negative thoughts and focus only on positivity. But the uncomfortable voice, the one that complains, criticizes, or feels unhappy, is not your enemy. It is a part of you that is hurting or needs attention. When you ignore that voice, you don't just silence negativity. You silence your entire inner guidance system. Both your pain and your intuition come from the same inner source. Part 3. What happens when you ignore your inner voice? When you don't listen to your inner voice, your system doesn't stop communicating. It simply changes how it speaks. Your body begins to express what your mind avoids, through stress, fatigue, tension, or recurring physical discomfort. Your emotions begin to leak out in unexpected ways, sudden anger, emotional shutdown, or unexplained sadness. Your life begins repeating patterns, relationships that drain you, jobs that exhaust you, situations that feel heavy and confusing. This doesn't happen because life is against you. It happens because your inner truth is being ignored. You might say, "I'm fine," while your body feels heavy. You might say, "This makes sense," while something inside you feels deeply uncomfortable. The longer you deny your inner truth, the louder life becomes, until you are forced to pay attention. Part 4. How to start hearing your inner voice again. Listening to your inner voice isn't about thinking harder. It's about turning inward. Pause. Step away from distractions. Close your eyes if it helps. Imagine that your inner world is just as real as the outer world. Now notice what you feel in your body. Tightness, pressure, heaviness, or even numbness. Instead of pushing it away, become curious. Ask yourself, if this feeling had a color, what would it be? If it had a shape, what would it look like? If it were an image, what would I see? Now imagine this sensation is a part of you that can communicate. Gently ask, what are you trying to tell me? What do you need right now? What truth am I avoiding? Then listen without forcing anything. The response may come as thoughts, memories, images, emotions, or a simple sense of knowing. That is your inner voice speaking. It may sound scared, angry, jealous, or sad. That's okay. It's still real. Something can be emotionally real and important, even if it's not the full truth. Part 5. Making your inner voice strong again. Your inner voice became quiet through suppression. It becomes stronger through expression. Every time you admit what you truly feel, even privately, you rebuild trust with yourself. Journaling honestly. Saying, "I don't like this." Admitting, "I feel hurt, I feel jealous." Or, "I'm not happy." Expressing emotions through conversation, creativity, or movement. Each time you express your truth, you send a powerful message inward. My feelings matter. My inner world matters. Over time, your inner voice becomes clearer and more confident. Decisions feel more aligned. Your yes feels genuine. Your no feels firm. You stop living on autopilot and start living in alignment with who you truly are. One day, you won't have to search for your inner voice. It won't be a whisper anymore. It will be a voice you naturally hear, trust, and live by every single day.